I'm going to show you guys how to set up the Seriously Dodo from RMRC today. First off, we're going to go with a quick overview of the board. Up here on the top of the board, I have the board flipped over obviously. You have your negative and positive pins that can take from a 2 to a 6S LiPo. It steps it down to 5 volts that then can be used for your receiver. Maybe a camera. You have 500 milliamps to work with on it. Over here on the right side, these are your inputs. At the very top you have your ground, your 5 volt, your PPM / channel 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Number 3 and 4 are also your UART3. So if you wanted to add something else, if you want to run your telemetry through there, you would set that up in CleanFlight. You have channel 5, 6, 7, 8. Down here at the bottom, you have your output pins, 1 through 8, standard servo outputs. Over on the left side here, you have your UART1 all the way over to the left. That is also shared with your USB port, so you might not want to use that. Up above that, you have your UART2. That's another open port that you can use for your Bluetooth or your telemetry, your S-Bus, whatever you would like. If we flip the board over, on this side, on the right side, there's a couple little markings that say BZ. That's buzzer. On the first run of boards of these, I guess there's an issue where the bottom pin is not getting power. So if this is your buzzer right here, just got your standard 5 volt buzzer, nothing fancy. You're gonna plug your negative into the top pin, just like this. And then you're gonna take your positive pin here and find 5 volts somewhere on the board. So we'll go over here. Looks like there's a 5 volt pin right there. Boom, done. You have your buzzer set up, anything you need to do. Over here on the left side, you are going to have your dedicated LED driver. This very top pin is going to be your signal wire going to your RGB LEDs. The one below that is going to be your negative. Again, just like with the buzzer, you're going to have to find a 5 volt source somewhere else on the board. So you can go on any one of these pins, the middle pins here, grab 5 volt off of that, 5 volt off of any of the UARTs, any of those will work. Alright, so I have a 3S 1100 LiPo here from RMRC. I'm going to show you where to plug this in at. Your positive is going to go towards the USB. So this is just straight 3-cell, and as you can see, it powers the unit no problems. Over here on the left side, you're going to have your ground, positive, and PPM. So what you need to do is take your male-to-male servo lead, or you can solder these directly to the board. That's what I prefer. You're going to plug this in with ground facing up towards the USB port. Then you are going to plug this in with your signal facing the outside of the D4R2 up top. That's your channel 1. Of course, you know, you have to jump it on pins 3 and 4 to get it to have PPM out. And then here I'll show you, we'll power up the board, positive to the inside by the USB. And then as you can see, it is powering my D4R2 with a straight power from the Dodo. Now I'm going to take this one step further for you guys who like to do the telemetry. So the only 2 wires that you're going to need on your telemetry are your green and your black wire. So we are going to go ahead and snip off the others. Actually, I will take this, lift these pins up, and remove the wires. I'm going to take these pins and remove the two middle wires, the red and the white, since they're no use for our application. Slide that under there and pull it right out. And there we go. So now we're going to plug the D4R2 telemetry cable into the unit. Whoops, just like so. Now when we set this up, when we set telemetry up in the Dodo on Clean Flight, there's a couple parameters that you have to set up. You need to go into the ports and enable UART. Well, for this one we're going to do UART 2. You could do 3 also if you want to. So for UART 2 you're going to enable it for FR Sky. There's going to be a few command lines that you need to run. I'll post them in the video for you guys. But your black is going to be your ground, so we're going to flip that over. The ground is on the very top on the right side. Everything is clearly marked on the bottom of the board. Then we are going to go and plug this into the TX. Plug it into the TX in the UART. So you will have it say, it'll say UTX, that's UART2 TX, and it will go into the RX inside the D4R2. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys how to set up LEDs. Alright, for demonstration purposes I have these cables. These are available at Ready-Made RC. They are just super clean cables. They're female cables. You can rip them apart, make them into individuals here. They work really great for testing stuff out. I'm going to show you how to hook up the LEDs to the Dodo. Alright, right here we have a strip of RGB LEDs. You need to make sure you follow the directions of the arrow and read where the ground, signal, and 5 volt are. Ground is on the outside of this one, so we're going to go with this gray wire as the ground. We're going to go yellow as signal, and blue as power. So we have those 3 wires. I'm going to show you where to hook these up. Right here on the Dodo, the very top pin, right below where it says LED, that is your signal. On your signal you're going to take this, plug it right in. If you go down the pin below that, that's going to be your ground. We are going to take the ground and plug it right in there. Now the only pin that's left is your blue one, or your power. So you need to find 5 volt somewhere on the board. Again, you can find 5 volt on any one of these middle pins here going across. That's where I'm going to put this one, or even up here on the back side. Like I said, everything is clearly marked. You have 5 volt right here, you have 5 volt down here, you have 5 volt up here. We're just going to plug that in right there in the middle. And that is how you plug in the LEDs into the Dodo. Thank you for watching.